What's up, guys? So, right off the bat, yes, we have a giant Legacy Titanus in front of us. And I'm going to apologize for shaky cam right now because I'm literally hanging the camera off the edge of the desk to make sure everything fits in frame. Normally, when I have something this big, I have Nick here with his wide angle lens to help out. So, this thing is awesome. So what I'm going to do is try to point things out, but and zoom in later. But yeah, we've got an amazing image of Titanus right here. Big gold foil letters right there. Titanus, the Carrier Zord. Legacy. Only at ToysRUs.com. And then you got metallic paint decal parts right here. Ages 15 plus. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. It's got tank mode. Mode char de assault. Modo tanque. That's awesome. Now, I'm going to pull in right here. So we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So if you guys can see, that's how friggin' big this box is. Now, this is really nice. I like the top. So we lose the foil, but you get that, and you get all 6 Rangers. And a great shot of Titanus' head. And you guys know I love Zord specs, but good lord, there's no room. I'm gonna end up pulling my thing off the wall. So you got Titanus here, you got Titanus stats. He's 380 feet long. 147 feet wide, 203 feet tall. That means I think he's technically shorter than the... We'll have to look. I think the Megazord's 330 feet. That's weird. And then, of course, 93 miles per hour, so they all go about the same speed. 510 tons. That's ridiculous. And you have combined to create UltraZord and other languages. Of course, the entire reason to have this guy. Set camera down, then rotate giant box. And get as best in frame as we can. So we've got nice little image here. Neck does thing. Posable neck. Tank mode. Has tank mode. And then you've got Dragon Zord, Titanus, Megazord makes Ultra Zord. Yay. And yeah, if you go around the other side of the box, it says the story. So it's all the same crap we normally see on these boxes. Now, this is not mine, of course. This is borrowed from Mr. Dan, as he brought over all his cool Power Ranger stuff. So this is going to be a really big review. Hopefully not a very long review, because, well, most of the combining has already been done. So let's go ahead and get Titanus out here and see how awesome he really is. Okay. Wow. Alright, so just like I have a problem with most of these really, really large mechanical thingies, it doesn't fit on my review set. And that is because the backdrop is kind of draped and curved here. So maybe I can scooch him back a little, get a little slack there. That's about as good as it's going to get, and you can see his tail is causing an issue back there, but it is what it is. So this thing is ridiculous. And guys, this is literally the first time that I've ever had a Titanus in my presence, really. Because my cousin, when I grew up, had a lot of the Power Ranger stuff that I didn't, but he didn't take care of it. So I don't believe he ever had a Titanus. I don't think anybody I knew did. At least not the first version. I think I knew somebody who had the space version that was meh, like way back in the day. But this thing is absolutely beautiful. As the box said, you do get this really amazingly articulated neck. I think it's literally a big series of ball joints. So he can go back, like, so far that his head pops off. Ah! Gonna run around like a Titanus with his head come off. But, like I said, series of ball joints, so you get that. Let's just take a quick look at the head. You got amazing Bandai silver. All this really, really beautiful, like, tampographed designs on here. Really nice metallic red eyes. Silver teeth and silver mouth. Just absolutely beautiful, like, brachiosaur representative here. Brachio! I forgot what his Japanese name was. Beast Knight God King Brachion. You know what? I lowered the camera. Now I'm realizing that was a bad idea. I'm going to either have to get a wide-angle lens for large things or extend my table. So, this thing is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and take off here so we can get some better up-close shots. So, just looking at the neck, you get all of this nice detail, all the nice, like, hieroglyphics going on there, and a beautiful, like, tampograph gold. Then you come down the chest, And you get a lot of that same detail work all right through here. You got some nice black and gray and metallic red. And like this gray here, it's got a little bit of metallic flecks in it. Getting a better part of the chest here, you get the cannon. I don't think we ever know what these things are, but some nice Bandai silver.
Yeah, that's gold, stupid.
And this is all die cast for the most part. I think there's some plastic, but it's die cast. And you got some metallic red and green, and then you got the Zhu logo there, and then more hieroglyphics coming down the side, which is very, very screen accurate. Amazing molded detail, although sadly, no panel line marker. Now if I come around here by the legs, you see all of this amazing gold and red work. It looks to be some kind of alien worshippers going on here. God knows what that technically should be. We all know this emblem. Got some nice DragonZord emblem going on there. And then this really, really nice paintwork going on in here. You got the giant chunky wheels, and he does roll. These do feel like rubber. Yeah, that's either rubber or rubberized plastic. Got the giant front wheels and the awesome gimmick of his feet actually moving. There was Wally. He'll come back later. Speaking of the feet, each of the feet are done with this huge die-cast chunk right up here. Of course, mostly molded in white, and then you've got this nice detail done around both sides. And then what appears to be some kind of tree with some red fruit on it. That's very interesting. If you start really dissecting the artwork on here, it gets a little bit weird. Now if we come to the back legs, you get some nice Bandai silver.
Yay, you got that one right.
Going on in here. Of course, a lot more symbols and paint. Looks really good. The back legs do have some really nice wheels in there, all with some molded detail, even some silver on the wheels themselves. And then coming back to the tail, you've got silver and then gold on the kind of cannons there. Now if I come up the back, if I don't get my own light, all the gray here, and then in between silver paint. That looks beautiful, even all the way up to here. Alright, so as previously stated, he does roll very nicely. We'll see it from a little bit better distance this time. And just like the old motorized version, the feet do move. Now he does, of course, have his tank mode. So what you want to do there, I guess technically you want to pop the chest open. Lay that down like so. Reposition the camera because it's a mess. Got a lot more detail work going on right here. You got to think, a lot of this stuff would have been stickers or non-existent on the original. But if I come back here, we want to rip the tail off. It is just plugged in on a couple big old tabs. And this is very chunky. It's got to be some die cast. Yep, definitely right here. The ends of the cannons themselves are definitely die cast, which is a little bit ridiculous if I'm honest. But you take this guy, he's a little dusty. Just forgive that. Pull him apart, he's just got a big old clip and springy thing there. Got some more nice silver molded on the inside, a little bit of black. If you come underneath it, you see there's kind of a slot right through there. And you've got these big tabs right here on the sides of the legs. So you want to just insert it a little and then slide it forward until it locks into position. Now, you could just drop it in from the top, but it doesn't work quite as well, and you don't want to wear out any of that plastic. So you want to just kind of drop it down and slide it on until it locks into position. And there's our big old carrier Zord in tank mode. And it looks awesome. It really does. Now, of course, in tank mode, when he rolls, the cannons do roll just as well. I was having a little bit of problems here because there's got to be some stuff underneath my fabric here because I can feel it as he's rolling. But this guy is a carrier Zord, so why don't we get to the part where he carries something? So, of course, to get him into carrier mode, you want to go ahead and open up that back hatch again, just like that. And what we're going to do, take our Wally, and then just kind of insert him right there. There's our Wally Zord. Oh, that's so funny. Actually, realistically, what you want to do is you want to take Wally and you want to put him down inside the hole. you want to take your chain, and you got a loop on either end. You can just hook it right through here. Come here. Just like that. And actually, that's not going to work because Wally can't see what he's doing. So we want to close the hatch. Set Wally right there. And then give him the chain. Chain's a little heavy, I know. Come on, Wally, just grab the chain. It'll be okay. Come on. He's a little slow. There we go. There we go. And now we've got the Wally UltraZord, as it should be. Now I'm going to get a picture of that. Awesome. Because I'm a dork. Which, by the way, mouth articulates. Alright. Alright, so, let's get to the real thing. Okay. So, what you want to do is you want to take your giant dragon staff that you assembled before. Pull it apart. That is really difficult. So, we're going to take the tail, set it over there. Actually, set Wally out of the way. Pull that. And we've got the front of the dragon sword. Now, before we attach this, we have to do a tiny bit of maintenance. Now, come in here, and we want to yank the front off and extend these wheels. That's really cool. I like that. So that will actually give a little bit more support to the front end. Now we take the dragon chest. You've got a nice little cutout right there that it will fit in, just like so. Except that that part got in the way. And we drop that down, then just barely hook the front end under. Now this is where I like to have Wally ride. He's going to stay there, I'm telling you. Now we want to come around to the back where Titanus' tail used to be. And then take your Zord Builder plug and jam it right in there. And now he's got a drill tail. Now I'm not entirely certain we ever saw this on screen. Or maybe they just actually adapted it for this. I could be wrong. No clue. I like that. I just never knew it was a thing. And the cool thing is, of course, you gain the articulation that you don't have with the other tail. So that actually looks pretty awesome. I'm going to get a picture, as usual. Now, we're going to bring in our really big friend from the last review. The Mega Dragon Zord. And we want to take the piece that's basically going to make this whole thing color match. Now you've just got a couple little tabs right there that will go around the pterodactyl, and the whole thing will cover the chest, as we sort of know that it does. Okay. Now the cool thing is that's all nice and die cast, so it would have been nice to have a magnet in there. Oops, gotta tuck that up. Now something I did sort of forget. We gotta take the front paws off of Titanus that you just peg in with these couple little pegs. We want to fold those down. Now these are going to become extra sets of arms for this guy, but we're going to go ahead and set him in place first. Maybe that'll make it easier. Maybe it won't. We'll see what happens. So you literally just drop the big dude in there like so. Now, one thing I'll say, this guy was already heavy as it was. This will legitimately add, well, a buttload of weight to it. So you've got a clippy right there, and I don't believe these help you in this case. But yeah, we're just gonna assemble it and hope for the best. There's a clip. Okay. Knew it had a clip on there somewhere. I just had to find it. Come on, fold down. I see. Okay, now I see what it's doing. Alright. So, the main problem you have there is, of course, the sheer amount of weight, which is why you added the little knee supports from last time. Now, of course, what you can do now is take the chain and open up these flaps in the feet. Move your neck. Get your head out of your own way. And insert the chain. And then close that flap like so. And he's already falling over. Move your neck the other way. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. So, in reality, there we have the Might Morphin Power Rangers UltraZord Legacy and Wally Edition. Absolutely beautiful. And realistically, all the stuff that we've added on from the later Legacy stuff makes the crap of the Megazord just disappear. With the exception of the massive front-heavy nature of it. Alright, so after a little bit of cleanup, I got him to stand up a little bit better. I actually moved his feet closer to the front so he could stand up a little straighter. Now, of course, we're going to run into problems here with the DragonZord feet wanting to cooperate or not. Now, I guess technically, I never thought about this. If you turn those up just slightly, they become less of a problem. But what is the actual issue here, guys? If you don't own these things, it is the sheer amount of die cast now on the front. So you've got this is die cast, these are die cast, and these are die cast. The whole thing legitimately just wants to fall forward. And the hips and everything are not even remotely strong enough. So let me try to put these knee tabs back in place here. Let's see, like I did that and then he shifted forward. That's just silly. Okay, so there he's standing straight again. But, I mean, the details on this thing are absolutely beautiful. If you're a classic UltraZord fan like myself, and like a lot of my friends, then this is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, if this was combined with the lights and sound effects of the originals from the 90s, whereas the DragonZord jumped to be lighting up, I do believe Titanus itself was motorized. So, not only would it roll, it was motorized. This would be absolutely amazing. This is just, it's beautiful and awesome in its own right, but the poor planning of all the diecast takes away from it about that much. Only about that much. Other than that, absolutely awesome. And I'm so glad Dan brought his collection over so that I could finally do this for myself. This is the first time I've ever gotten to truly play with a classic Mighty Morphin UltraZord. Now guys, realistically, there's more than you could do with this guy besides just this Megazord. So let's go ahead and pull him out of here since he's wanting to fall over anyways. Which, by the way, I don't think he would really stand. No, he's probably not going to stand on his own. But we're going to bring in our good friend, the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. And he will drop in there just the same way that the regular Megazord did. I just realized he's staring upward. And you can't really hold on to the chain in the same manner. I guess you could sort of drape it over the fist, like so. Maybe, if you want to use your imagination a little bit. But there's the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. And if and when the Shogun Megazord comes out, do the same thing. I actually really liked the Shogun UltraZord with the Falcon Zord's weapons facing forward, stuff like that. Now, I always thought it was funny, despite the fact that the original Zords are gone, the Thunder Zords are gone, this is still a part of Titanus in this UltraZord. So realistically, it's like this version, maybe Sentai-wise, always belonged with Titanus in Ultra mode. And whether or not the drill tail was part of it, we don't know. But I really do like this. This is actually pretty fun. Now we do have another Megazord we can totally take a look at in here. So here we have the black and gold Megazord dropping right in there. And yeah, even though it's not a direct color match, that looks really, really good. This chest is perfect for this setup realistically. And you know what? Tilting those up totally makes way more sense because that is holding that in place. Doesn't work for Dragon Zord battle mode, but totally works in UltraZord and Mega Dragon Zord mode. But this is a very good look. I do really dig this. Now, if and when we get the full black and gold edition, that will also be pretty awesome. Though I guess I could have subbed in the dragon chest here. There we go. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and get over to final thoughts. And yeah, Titanus is an amazing, amazing legacy figure in and of itself. And then taking it to the next level by combining it with all of this, just it's so wonderful. I'm going to take a picture real quick. And that's going to be it for this review, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this little series of the Legacy line. But yeah, make sure you check out all the other videos in this series and go back and check them all out. Plus, there will be sort of an update to this video in a couple months when the black and gold version of this guy becomes a part of my collection, and we can take a look at all of that. So guys, stick around for that, hopefully around Christmas time. Remember, as always, keep on nerding, guys. And thanks for getting the channel to 1,000 and above. You guys are awesome. And I'll talk to you later.